Well, my friends, we have played quite a bit of Football Manager since yesterday's episode, and I'm very glad I did because I wanted to make sure that performance was not a fluke, and we followed up that 4-3 win on the road against Palmeiras with a 3-0 drubbing of Juventude at home. We could not make it 3 wins in a row, however, but our unbeaten streak did continue. A 0-0 draw against Ceará, a second consecutive clean sheet for Jonathan, who has been excellent in place of the injured Pedro Montevani. Then we took on Cruzeiro for the first time at home. It was a 2-1 score. It actually wasn't the first time we took them on. We've actually beaten them all 3 times that we have faced them. And then we went on the road, took a 3-2 victory against Internacional before absolutely smoking Bahia 7-1 at Novelli Jr. Igor got things started 5 minutes in, and we were off to the races after that. So naturally, we get put on TV. I knew that things were going to come to a screeching halt, and they did. A 1-0 loss to Vitória, a match we just really could not get out of second gear. And then at home against Grêmio, we managed just a 1-1 draw. We did take a 1-0 lead off of a goal from Manuel Rodriguez in the 55th minute, but Jansen Queiroz was able to equalize. But it has been the cure to our ills. We find ourselves 5th on the table in Série A. We have played 14 matches. We do have a game in hand on the teams immediately behind us in Sao Paulo and Flamengo. 6 wins, 3 draws, 5 losses. So we are actually having a winning season right now. 21 points. We are still way off of the top. But then again, so is Grêmio in second, already 10 points behind Corinthians. And I just wanted to remind you where we were predicted to finish. It was actually 19th. We have moved up into 18th place. Still in one of the relegation spots, but I am pretty sure based on the way we've been playing, that ain't going to happen. Unfortunately for us, we did not hit the luck of the draw for the 4th round of the Copa do Brasil. Now, this match isn't going to happen until the 5th of August, so we do have plenty of time. But right now, it's against Corinthians, who, as I just mentioned, are sitting well ahead of everybody else at the top of the Serie A table. And even though we've had a bit of success, it doesn't mean that we've had a set lineup the whole time. Vilmar, the 19-year-old, has been getting a number of starts recently at striker. Our Osvaldo Pereira has been out. We've decided we wanted to keep Caio Henrique on the right-hand side for now. Now, Pereira is back and somewhat fit. He is on the bench for right now. We also did just lose Igor in the last match for a couple of weeks, so Carlau is going to be stepping up as well. But a lot of those guys have been rotating in and out of our midfield. So here we are. We're taking on Atlético Mineiro in Serie A. This is our 300th game in management. It's going to be Jonathan in goal, a back four of Iwanzinho, Carlau, Canella, and Zorzanan, although Sousa Silva is back somewhat fit. He is in training, so he is also on the bench. Beto and Leonardo in the midfield, Edson Jose at the 10, with Rodriguez, Caio Henrique, and Vilmar getting the start on the attack. There could be no better way for us to spend our 300th game in management than with a victory on the road in the rain in Brazil's Serie A, and we are underway. Atlético Mineiro coming into this one behind us on the table. We are having a fantastic season so far, considering the fact we did not win our first 6 matches, if I am not mistaken. So we have bounced back quite nicely, and we find ourselves in one of those spots for the Copa Libertadores, but we do still have quite a bit of football remaining to play. In control here, 6 minutes in, ball played into space. Rodriguez up that left wing. He will be challenged, gets around his man, into the box, takes it deep into the middle, finds Caio Henrique, and we have found a 1-0 lead. We're playing very strongly on the offensive end of the ball, even though we've only had it for about 1/3 of the time. Bit of a flat corner from Leonardo, cleared into the path of Zorzanan. Leonardo gets it back, gets past one man, puts it inside that far post, into the side netting. Leonardo from Zorzanan to make it 2-0 Ituano. This is the kind of football that we have been hoping to play all season long. Mineiro, though, looking to get one back. Ball played forward. Rodriguez, edge of the box. Caio Henrique steps in front of that one, but Rodriguez gets it back. Elzo drops it for Leo around the box. Lucas Eduardo to Guzman into the middle. Nascimento can't pick out that top corner. It gets past the outstretched arm of Jonathan and into the crowd. Just the second shot on goal for Atletico Mineiro in the first 20 minutes of this one. Only the one on target, but they have yet to get it past our goalkeeper. Why do I say things like that? Because it immediately draws a highlight off of a set piece. Short Rodriguez into the box. Renan along the byline, drops it back. Pascual, Leo from range, and that's going to miss everything. Go out into the crowd and not trouble our keeper. I honestly don't mind Atletico Mineiro taking a bunch of shots as long as they are not going to hit the target. I do want to have a nice match rating for Jonathan because he deserves it, because sometimes I feel like he's been a little hard done by the match ratings. I think in that Palmeiras match, he was like a 6.2, and he gave up the 3 goals, but we still ended up winning, and I don't really blame him much for the goals that were scored. Mineiro, Pascual into Nascimento, finds Mineiro, puts it past Jonathan. Was he onside? However, I don't see a flag. I don't see any indication that VAR is going to review this one. So Atletico Mineiro able to manage to claw one back, and fantastic run, I gotta say, into the box. Not a whole lot that Jonathan could do. He's not the greatest at one-on-ones, only at a 10 rating, and he still has a lot of growing to do as a teenage goalkeeper. Goalies do tend to, for the most part, develop a little bit later. Hopefully he starts to see an uptick in some of those crucial attributes, because we're going to be relying on him quite a bit, I feel, over the next couple of years, unless we manage to get the second coming of Andre in our next youth intake. Great ball forward. Edson Jose fluffed his lines. Don't know how he missed that one. What a pass ahead. And we could not take advantage like we normally do in those situations. Only 33% possession. We do still hold on to the 1-goal lead, but that can disappear very quickly, as we found out in that match in the last episode against Palmeiras. Luckily, we were able to claw it back at the very end, but we did lead, if you recall, 2-0 and 3-1 before almost dropping 2 points and a 3-3 draw before we were able to get a goal in the last couple of minutes of that one. Shots on goal are pretty even. Shots on target are now even. For both teams. Rodriguez playing it into the middle. Edson Jose will step in front of that one. Canella, Beto quickly to Leonardo. Caio Enrique drops it back. Beto, we need to get a little bit more weight on our passes, boys. Zorzanan with plenty of space up that right wing. Zorzanan around the side of the box, gets past his man. Does he? No. But Marshic takes him down. That's going to be a penalty. It was inside the box. Zorzanan drawing the spot kick for us and a chance for us to go up by a score of 3-1 with about 30 minutes remaining in this match. Zorzanan doing a fantastic job. Leonardo stepping up to the spot. Can he deliver with his left foot from 12 yards away? He absolutely does. Gets Otavio to dive. He puts it right down the middle, and we reclaim the 2-goal lead. 6th goal of the season for Leonardo. A couple of changes being made right now by Atletico Mineiro. We have yet to make a substitution, although we will look to get some fresh legs out there pretty quickly. We do probably want to get some minutes into the legs of guys like Arisvaldo Pereira and Souza Silva. Giovanni putting it past the goalkeeper, but the flag is up. He is going to be deemed to be offside. 6th goal of the season for Leonardo. He did miss a number of those matches that we played in that run-in to this one off camera after Palmeiras. He was off on international duty playing for the Brazil U20 team at the age of, I believe he's still 16. He may have turned 17, but still, he is very young for that honor. We are in control, but in our end, played to Canella off of the foot of the goalkeeper, Jonathan. Zorzanan, Caio Enrique, quickly to Edson Jose, has a runner up the left wing. It's Manuel Rodriguez settling it down, playing it back. Leonardo drilling it home for his second of the match to make it 4-1, and this will be an excellent opportunity for us to make some of those changes. So Vilmar is going to come out. Pereira is back in. Caio Enrique will come out. We'll give some minutes to Mateus Conceição because I'm feeling very generous. Leonardo, do I want to? Yeah, Edilberto is going to come in his place. We've given him some playing time. And Manuel Rodriguez will make way for Fabiano Jaeger, who also needs a little bit of extra seasoning in those legs as he comes back from an injury. So, oh, wait, disallowed goal. Wait, what's happened here? And it's now not letting me skip the replay. So I have absolutely no way. This is moving forward. That goal was scored like 63 and a half minutes in. We're now at 65. I'm guessing they're going to score here, but it will be disallowed. Or maybe not. I have absolutely no idea what's going on. I'm going to try to fix this. And nope, we are still in highlight mode, but Canella picking up another goal. It's 5-1. Yay, I haven't figured out how to fix this yet, but I'm still trying. Oh, here we go. We have an actual replay. Maybe we can go back to normal after this replay. Edoberto off of the free kick, picking out Canella. There were 3 Mineiro players around him. None of them picked him up. And with 20 minutes to go, we enjoy a nice 4-goal lead. Great steal by Zorzanon, carrying it up the line. Bit of a heavy touch, so he's overtaken by Buzon. Marshish, Reynon. Buzon along the near side. Can he get around 2 men? He lays it back. Marshish. Lucas Eduardo out to the right. It's got Guzman. Giovanni quickly to Gervasio. And Mineiro knocking it around quite a bit, enjoying some possession. Not that it's doing them a lot of good here in the middle third. Pesaguero looking over the top, and he's going to find nobody there but Carlau. Here we go the other way. Fabiano Jaeger, Edson Jose to Arisvaldo Pereira, back out wide. Edson Jose charging forward. Jose around the edge of the box, moves it to his right, takes the shot, and does get it on target. The goalkeeper able to tip it behind for a corner kick, and an excellent match so far for the folks at Ituano. And this is going to be our 7th victory of the Serie A season. We are still competing for the Copa do Brasil. We are still competing in the Copa Libertadores. And we are finally showing some success in Serie A. Beto getting in the way of that one, but Mineiro still in control. Buzon on his right foot, looks for that top corner and finds the stands. You know, I did want to bring in Sousa Silva, but I wanted to hold my last substitution in reserve. I don't want to say I forgot about him, but I kind of sort of forgot about him. We've got 2 minutes of stoppage time remaining. Mineiro with one last gasp opportunity. They get it over the top to Mateus Nascimento. The flag remains down, and the score now 5-2. You know what? You hate giving up a late goal, but really no harm, no foul. We wanted to see a better match out of Jonathan. Only giving up the 2 goals, I guess, isn't too bad. He did face 17 shots, 7 of them on target, did make 5 saves. Let's look at the glass half full. If it weren't for second half stoppage time, he only would have given up the 1, but it is 3 points, and 3 points we needed in our 300th match in charge in Brazil. Wasn't originally planning for this, but we have received our youth intake preview in between matches here. We're taking on Vasco da Gama in just a little bit. Not a great intake, average by all estimations, but not 1 but 2 potential goalkeepers on tap. So when our actual youth intake comes through, very excited to see how that's going to turn out. Now, when I made the original plan to take on Vasco da Gama, they were challenging for the top spot. They have fallen into 5th. By the way, we are in 3rd place right now in Serie A, and I'm very excited about that. Arisvaldo Pereira is going to come in and play striker for the first time in a very long time as a starter as we move him back into that false 9 role. Meanwhile, we do need to make changes to our fullbacks. Velasquez is in. Ivan Zinho has picked up a red card for, as we are often able to do, pick up enough yellow cards to be suspended for the next match. And Zorzanon is going to make way for Sousa Silva, who is once again back fit, because Sousa Silva has not played in a while at all. Now, Zorzanon has been absolutely fantastic so far. 17 appearances in all competitions, a pair of goals and 3 assists in his debut season with Ituano. Very excited, and a 7.05 average rating across all competitions for the 18-year-old. He is going to have a tremendous future here. I just don't want to fall into the trap of getting caught up in the flavor of the week. Kind of did that with William Da Silva for a little while. He played well, but as of late, he has not been great, and he has fallen out of favor in place of other guys who are slightly more deserving, like Beto and Zhao. I did the same thing with Beto and Eric. I don't want to do the same thing with Rodolfo Souza Silva. He had a fantastic year last year, and he started off the season very well. He is a huge reason why we are not only in the Copa de Libertadores, but also, did I have a day where it didn't belong? He's one of the reasons why we're not only in the Copa Libertadores, but the reason why we are having success in that competition as well. Pretty even tilt early on here against Vasco da Gama. I don't know if we have played them before. I probably should have checked that before we got into the match, but I don't really recall taking on Vasco da Gama, so I'm going to say this is our first time hosting Vasco da Gama in this save. And right now, they are actually having the better time of it, statistically speaking. More shots on goal, better possession, higher XG. They actually have 2 shots on target, and we cannot say the same thing, but so far they have not put one past Jonathan. And the first highlight, well, that's going our way. Rodriguez off of the throw, and Edson Jose drops it back. Beto, they play catch. Beto blasting it from about 21 yards out, and that's going to go over the crossbar and isn't going to bother the goalkeeper, Pedro Morisco. But decent opportunity. We just needed to slow down a little bit and take our time. Hopefully are playing this match at home, coming off of a win with an opportunity to move into second place on the table after such a tremendously awful start. Hopefully that's not getting the better of us. Beto beaten, but Jonathan was not. A fantastic save on Bruninho. 35 minutes into this match as Jonathan will roll it out to Canella and look to get the ball going the other way. A very strong first half for us, even though we have been statistically beaten defensively. We are great and we are fantastic. Off of the corner, another assist for Leonardo, another goal for Carlau. It's 1-0 Ituano. I mean, if we weren't seeing so many of the highlights, I would say that goal came against the run of play. But I think that we deserved it. We earned ourselves the corner, and we took advantage of set pieces, which is not something that we were doing early on in this season. It's good to see that we have found our form from those corners and from those free kicks like we did in the last match. And we are finding success once again in Serie A as time ticks down toward the end of the first half. The referee's whistle will blow, and we will take a 1-0 lead into the locker room. Even though the match momentum was going against us, even though the possession and basically all the statistical numbers are not in our favor, we are leading where it counts the most, and that is on the scoreboard. If we can continue to pour the goals in, we are going to have a very, very successful season. Ball sent forward. Edson Jose knocks it past one man, carries it deep along the right wing, gets past another into the box, into the middle. Rodriguez, his backheel shot is going to be blocked. Velasquez putting it back in the box, cannot find joy, but he will win the ball back. Carlau in control in our end to kick off things in this second half. It is Carlau's goal that is the difference in this one. So far, it is 1-0, although Vasco da Gama sniffing around as the ball played back. Breno into his own end. Zarate finds Icaro. Hugo Maura to Bruninho along the left side. Souza Silva stays with him, but he gets it through to Tomas Pozo. Was Pozo on side? It looks like he was, because once again, that is not going to be reviewed by VAR, and I'm not sure if this is really the best angle. No, Pozo was most definitely 100% onside, getting behind the defense and putting it past Jonathan to tie things up with a 1-1 score. Caio Henrique not having the greatest match, feeling a little bit knackered. He's also on a yellow card. Same situation with Velasquez. Now, not as much we can do about Velasquez. Pereira also not having a great match at the striker, so we are going to make some changes. Pereira's going to come out in place of Vilmar, and Luis Roberto will take the spot currently occupied by Caio Henrique with about 25 minutes remaining in this match, as we will demand more from our team. Although Vilmar has picked up a little bit of a knock, we may need to get him out there. If we can get the get the lead here, maybe that's something I will consider doing. Beto out wide, Souza Silva, Luis Roberto, although Vilmar does look like he can carry on. Beto, Leonardo, chipping it over the top. Icaro turning it over. There's Vilmar, and he came that close. Pedro Marisco able to make the save, puts it behind for a corner. How are you feeling, Vilmar? You are anxious and lacking match fitness. Fantastic. Yeah, I think we may need to take him out. We're going to bring in Fabiano Jaeger in his place. No, it's going to be Jaeger. Vilmar, though, stepping in front of that one. Edson Jose into space. Finds Luis Roberto. Waits for support as he gets 4 men in the box. Rodriguez, his volley attempt is blocked out behind for a corner. We have just over 11 minutes remaining in this match. We are still tied at 1. We have taken the lead on shots and in XG. Possession still going in favor of Vasco da Gama. I mean, a draw here is not the worst thing in the world. Obviously, we want to win as many of our matches as we can. As many matches at home as we can would be absolutely fantastic. But in a situation where we're taking on a team that is pretty strong, where we are on the up and up, a 1-1 draw is not the worst thing in the world. In fact, I will take it. It does drop us into 5th place on the table, however, so we are right back where we started, and all the teams ahead of us do have a game in hand on us now. In fact, Vitoria right behind us also has a game in hand. We are only 2 points behind Gremio in 2nd place, but we have fallen 13 back of Corinthians. Still 7 more Serie A matches to go before we return to action in Argentina against Belgrano in the Copa Libertadores. That is where we are going to come back for our next episode on Monday. We're going to play both of those legs. I hope you join us then. If you've been enjoying the series so far, thank you so very much for being here each and every day, showing your appreciation and your comments. Hopefully we can move on. It's the 2nd round of the Copa Libertadores. We're taking on Belgrano. If we move forward, well, that's when the real competition begins.